in the shadows of forgotten realms, where myths are memory, and memory whispers through the void. Who am I? I am the voice beyond Yggdrasil, the watcher of the 9 realms, and this is the legacy of Thor. Before legends walked among mortals, before thunder shook the heavens in Marvel's mighty pantheon, there was a man. Lame of leg, humble of heart, yet destined to wield the power of the gods. This is the tale of how the hammer chose him, of how Thor, son of Odin, first stepped into the world of men. Journey with me into the pages of mystery. But before we break it down, let's take a look at where this all began. Journey into Mystery number 83 was published in August 1962, written by the great Stan Lee, scripted by his brother Larry Lieber, with art by Jack Kirby and inks by Joe Sinnott. This issue marks the very first appearance of Thor Odinson, the legendary hammer Mjolnir, and introduces the blend of Norse mythology and superhero action that would become a Marvel signature. Our story begins on the rugged coasts of Norway, where an eerie sight unfolds. A spacecraft touches down in a remote valley. From it emerge massive creatures made of living stone, the Stone Men of Saturn, ready to invade Earth. These towering aliens wield advanced weapons and brute strength. With their rocky forms and superior tech, they set out to conquer humanity. And as usual in early Marvel, no one's ready for it. At least, not yet. Cut to our main character, a frail, humble doctor named Donald Blake. He's vacationing nearby, unaware his life is about to change forever. As he hikes along the cliffs, he accidentally stumbles upon the alien activity. Terrified by what he sees, Blake flees through the forest, but the Stone Men spot him and give chase. In a desperate attempt to escape, Blake hides inside a narrow cave. As he searches for a way out, he discovers a gnarled wooden cane lying on the ground, seemingly ordinary but strange enough to catch his attention. Frustrated by the blocked exit, Blake strikes the cane against a rock, and then, crack! In a flash of lightning and a swirl of energy, Donald Blake is gone, and in his place stands Thor, the Norse god of thunder. Armored, powerful, and commanding, he now holds a magical hammer, Mjolnir, inscribed with the now famous words, "Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor." In awe, Thor tests his newfound powers. With a throw of Mjolnir, he takes flight through the skies, spinning the hammer like a propeller to launch himself through the air. He summons storms, controls the wind, and even causes lightning to strike. But he doesn't have long to experiment. The Stone Men are attacking again, this time with an army and a giant robotic weapons and force fields. Thor charges into battle, fearless. He smashes through alien armor, lifts massive boulders, and conjures a vortex with Mjolnir, using wind and thunder to send the invaders flying. The aliens quickly realize Earth has a new protector, one they hadn't planned for. Realizing they're outmatched, the Stone Men retreat into their ship and flee the planet. With the battle over, Thor taps the hammer against the ground, and just like that, he's transformed back into the frail Donald Blake. The people of Earth never know what happened, but a new force now walks among them. A god disguised as a man, bound to a cane, and holding the fate of the world in his hands. The world may not yet know his name, but the age of Thor has begun. This issue may be short, but it lays the groundwork for everything that would come later in Thor's story. First, we get the legendary inscription on Mjolnir. "Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor." This one line becomes a cornerstone of the entire Thor mythos. We also see Thor testing his powers for the first time. He throws Mjolnir, and it returns to his hand. He uses it to fly, to summon storms, and even create a mini hurricane to stop the alien invasion. The transformation mechanic is introduced too. By striking the hammer, or in this case a cane, on the ground, Donald Blake becomes Thor, and vice versa. That dual identity plays a huge role for years to come. And even though the Stone Men of Saturn seem like generic 1960s alien villains, they're more important than they look. They actually come back later in Marvel continuity, and even inspired the character Korg in the MCU. So while it's a simple story, this issue introduces key elements: the hammer, the enchantment, the transformation, and Thor's connection to Earth. all in just 13 pages. Thor wouldn't appear again until Journey into Mystery number 84, but this origin set the tone for decades. Eventually, Donald Blake would be revealed as a false identity created by Odin, part of a lesson in humility. And over time, Mjolnir evolves from a simple weapon to a cosmic artifact with a will of its own. That's the first appearance of Thor in Marvel Comics, a mix of aliens, Norse myth, and superhero wonder. What did you think of Thor's debut? Drop your thoughts below and subscribe for the next issue. We're going through every Thor comic one by one. Until next time, stay worthy.